Yeah, what up, everybody? Welcome to the First and 10 Fantasy Football Podcast. This is the first edition. We'll see how it goes. This is SP. Thought I would do a little something fun this year, see how it works out. Thought I'd go over every week, kind of do a little review of the week, talk a little shit, see the standings, see how everybody's team did, kind of talk about it. Like to have some special guests in every week if we could. Want to get this one out. Thought this would be a good one. This will be our draft one. Kind of go over everybody's team, see my thoughts on it, my takes on it, and see what I think is looking like the outlook of this week or this year. So anyways, yeah, dude, I thought it would be fun to do. So I guess we'll start with Kamish's team, your mom's gangbang team. Okay, where do I start? I guess we'll go looking at his team here. Quarterback, Josh Allen. Great quarterback, number one probably quarterback overall, my opinion. He's was going, first quarterback off the books for sure this year. I think that's a solid pick. I believe he got him in, let's see when he got him. Looks like he got him in the second round. So him picking first was brutal. He also picked Christian McCaffrey for his first pick. That's a solid pick, Christian McCaffrey. That's a solid pick. I don't know. Hopefully he stays healthy. He's going to have the yards. He's going to have the touchdowns. So, yeah, being the first pick of the draft is brutal. You got to wait, basically 23 more turns until your turn. So, yeah, Christian McCaffrey for the first pick is a great pick. And then a second pick was Josh Allen. I think that's a really good pick also. Then he went T. Higgins. I don't know how I like that one for his next pick. It's he's going to be the W1 there. But he has other wide receivers that could take away from him. So I don't know how I feel about that one, but solid. He's gonna get the points. He's gonna get a touchdown. He's gonna get the catches. So probably feel better if it was a PPR league. Then he's got Mike Williams, Chargers, solid. I think Keenan Allen's going to get hurt this year. He's getting old. He gets hurt every year. Mike Williams also is injury prone. So, Quentin Johnston come in. He looks solid for a rookie. He might end up becoming the WR1. So I don't know how I feel about Mike Williams. Again, with him, picking first and 13th and then 14th and then 26th. It's brutal. Not much to pick from. I'm not sure exactly what order he is. I don't want to go through all that in what order he picked them in, but it's a good WR2 on his team until he gets hurt. So his running back, Christian McCaffrey, is RB2 is James Conner. Great one. Good pick. I'm not sure what round. Let's check and see what round he got James Conner in. Conner, let's see. Where did he get him? Mike Williams was in the 5th. He got Conner in the 4th. So, yeah, that was a good pick for his 4th round. For sure. James Conner's a stud. We all know that. He's gonna get the carries. He's gonna get those goal line touches. So yeah, that's a good pick. Tight end, Gerald Everett. That's because he's a Charger. That's why I didn't pick him. tight ends are hard to come by. After Kelsey, it's a crapshoot. So Everett, what is he good for? A couple catches a game, maybe a touchdown every couple games. I think he could have better picks. I'm not sure where he picked them. He probably picked them later in the rounds, so he kind of just got what he got. Everett's going to play every game, so unless he gets hurt, but he is going to play every game, so the chances are always there. His next WRT is DJ Moore. Really good pick there. I think him in Chicago, he's going to kill, dude. That's, what is it? Is his fifth or sixth year? I think he had a tough year last year. I think he's going to have a really good year this year. I bet he breaks over 1,000 yards this year. So I think that's a good pick and a good flex there. In his other flex position, WRT, you got Jamal Williams as a running back in New Orleans. Committee there. It's a committee, but Williams he's a stud. He is getting up there in age, but if he stays healthy, he is going to have, he had over 1,000 yards last year. So if he could keep that up, dude, that's a solid WRT. So solid flex plays. And then his benches, I'm not going to talk about them all, but he's got Dalvin Cook. He'll probably want to switch that out. He'll probably switch that out somewhere. Probably, now that he's on the Jets, I know he's going to be committee there also, but that's a good bench player. Then he got McCole Hardman Jr., good wide receiver coming in. I think that was kind of his flyer pick there. Solid, probably his last pick of the draft. So, and then he's got Curtis Samuel for Washington, wide receiver. So he's got two wide receivers and an RB on the bench. So, and McManus had his kicker and Green Bay defense. So, solid team. I think he's definitely got a solid team. We'll see how it goes, but Kamish, your mom's gangbang team, solid team. Let's go San Diego Nothings, Mr. D-. They gave him a D- this year. Also co-champion last year, so he's kind of on the chopping block this year. We got to take him down. So his quarterback, Daniel Jones, Giants. I'm not a big Daniel Jones fan, honestly, but solid. He put over 3,000 yards last year, 15 touchdowns. So, mediocre, maybe, I don't know, top 8 quarterback. My eyes, if that. I think it screwed him. I think he was auto drafting there for a while, so that might have been his auto draft pick. It's kind of brutal, but he's young. He's probably going to stay healthy, and who knows? He could have a breakout year and throw over 4,000 yards this year. Who knows? Cooper Kupp. He wasn't on my board this year. I think he's getting old. I think Rams are pretty shitty in my eyes. So it is what it is. It's Cooper Kupp. It's not Cooper Kupp 2 years ago. So we'll see. He only had 812 yards last year. So we'll see. And then Tyler Lockett. I'm looking at this lineup, honestly. It looks like, 3 years ago, this would have been an awesome lineup. I'm going to go through them real fast, not really even talk about everyone. We got Daniel Jones, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett. Lockett's a little old also. Always solid, but who knows? He's getting old to get up there in age. Tony Pollard for Dallas. RB1 also will probably share the backfield there. I think they got a rookie coming in that's kind of a stud. So, it's a good RB1. Aaron Jones, another good RB1. Another guy that's kind of getting up there in age, but he had over 1,100 yards. He killed it for me last year. So, two good RBs. Tony Pollard had over 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. Aaron Jones had 1,100 yards and 2 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. So 2 solid RBs. Evan Ingram, I think that's a good tight end he got there. He'll definitely put up some yardage for a tight end. Then he's got Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back for Detroit, rookie coming in. I think he's going to be a stud. I really do. I think he is going to be – he's going to take over the RB1 there. So I think that's a good pick. I think he pulled that. I actually wanted to draft him, and he got him before I could. So good pick there. Terry McLaurin, great pick. Awesome. I think he's the WR1 there. So he put over almost 1,200 yards last year and 5 touchdowns. So definitely a good pick there. Also, that's his. And then on his bench, he's got Tylen Burks, wide receiver, Rashawn Bateman, wide receiver, and Geno Smith, that is backup QB. I have this feeling he's going to be using Geno Smith a little more than Daniel Jones. We'll see. Daniel Carlson, Raiders kicker, and Buffalo defense. Buffalo defense, it's a good one. Good one for sure. So, anyways, another good all-around team. I expect him to be definitely up there in the finals this year. So, a good team. I think, he's got a target on his back for winning last year. All right. I guess we could talk about my team, Ryan Leafs All-Stars. So, I went kind of a little different on my pick. I went RB. I went Bijan Robertson, the rookie running back for Atlanta. I have no doubt he is going to kill it this year. He's the RB1. They like him a lot. He's been killing it in camp. He is a stud. He's going to run so hard. And I think that's who I went with my first-round pick. Stoked on that. Then I got Joe Burrow as my quarterback. Solid, everybody, he's top 4 or 5, quarterback. Burrow's always going to put up yardage. He had over 4,400 yards last year and 35 touchdowns. So if he does that again this year, I will be stoked, like absolutely stoked. If he does that and, Robinson has the year I'm thinking he's going to have, I will be in the finals. Then I got Amari Cooper. He's on Cleveland now. I think that was a pretty good pick also. Over 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns last year. So I thought that was a good pick. Drake London on Atlanta. Kind of a flyer on him. I think he's going to be a stud. I think he's the WR1 there. I think that quarterback throwing to him, I think he's going to get open. He's got sure hands. I think that's a pretty solid pick. And then my next running back after Bijan Robinson is Najee Harris. Also had over 1,000 yards. 7 rushing touchdowns. He didn't have the year I thought he was in. I thought he was going to have over 1,500 yards last year. So he was kind of the guy that was left that was on my radar that I needed another RB right away. So I got Najee. Then my tight end kind of went to Mr. Guy that's always there, gonna give you a couple touches. He's gonna get a couple catches every game, maybe even a touchdown here and there. He George Kittle, tight end, San Francisco, 765 yards last year, 11 touchdowns. So we'll see. That's a veteran, and he's got sure hands. So I like that tight end. Tight ends are hard to come by, as you guys know. So pretty stoked on it. And I got DeAndre Swift as my flex there. Philadelphia. He's going into his 3rd year. It's a committee backfield. So, with Miles Sanders or without Miles Sanders, but Rashad Penny there. So, yeah, I think DeAndre Swift, I hope he has a bounce back year. I really do. I think he will. That was another flyer I kind of took. So if that pans out, I'll be stoked. Then I got Michael Pittman Jr., Indy wide receiver, another guy that will put up 1,000 yards. Pretty confident if Richardson could throw to him. Then I've got Rashee Rice, rookie wide receiver for Kansas City. Kind of did some research, and he is a stud. He's got hands, he's got speed, and he might become the WR1 there, honestly. Mahomes likes him a lot, and, if Mahomes gets, laser focused on one of his wide receivers, where the ball's going to go. So I'm hoping that's the case with Rashee Rice. Backup quarterback, I got Kirk Cousins. I don't know. I might get rid of him. I don't know if I need a backup quarterback sitting on my bench this early. So that was kind of, I don't know. Usually I always have backup quarterback, and that was one of my things. But there's not much left on the waiver wire, so I might just keep him. Who knows? Then I got Tank Bigsby. He's a running back for Jacksonville, another rookie. Read up on him also. Big stud, hard runner. And I know, him being a rookie and the committee back there, but he can become the RB1 there also. So we'll see. I'm going to ride these guys out, these rookies, and ride them out and see how they do the first couple of games. And who knows, might end up. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked on my team. I don't know if I have the team to beat looking at it, but I'm hoping I made the right decisions and am there at the end. We'll see. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Green Trees. Let's see. I don't even know if I've looked at his team yet, honestly. Let's see. So, quarterback, Dak Prescott. What do you say? What do you say about Prescott? He's solid. He only threw 2,800 yards last year. He probably picked him late. Needed a quarterback. I'm guessing he picked him in the 4th round, 5th round maybe. And that's what you're going to get. You're going to get 4th or 5th round quarterback. I could check here. Let's see. Looks like, when did he pick him? Dak. Where is Dak? Let's see, guys. Sorry about this. He picked him later, dude. Let's see. Anyways, I don't know. It's tough to find. But, yeah, he's Dak Prescott. What else am I going to say about that? He's gonna throw touchdowns. But he's Dallas. He's Dallas, dude. Whatever. It is what it is. Jamar Chase, huge pick. I'm sure that was his first pick. Great wide receiver. He's going to kill, especially Joe Burrow throwing to him. That's Joe Burrow's target. To match with Prescott, he's also got CeeDee Lamb. Hey, CeeDee Lamb had a hell of a year last year. Over 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. And matching him with Prescott, that could do it. That really could do it right there. Might be tough on your bye day. Looks like bye week 7. Looks like Cincinnati, so Jamar Chase is also week 7. Then he's also got Miles Sanders on bye week 7. Week 7 is going to be a brutal bye for Green Trees. And then J.K. Dobbins, running back, Baltimore. Yeah, like I said, with that rookie coming in, I think he can take over Dobbins' spot. So we'll see. Good, solid running back, though. Heavyweight running back. I think it's a good one. Cole Kmet, don't know. He's a tight end. Don't know much about him. Can't even comment on him. Tight end's a tight end. Chicago. he had 500 yards last year. Looks like 7 touchdowns. That's a lot for a tight end, so that's pretty good. He's got Ridley, Calvin Ridley. He picked him right before I picked him. Good one. Calvin Ridley's a stud, and being on Jacksonville, it's freaking awesome. Stud. Then James Cook at his other flex. So James Cook, Buffalo, running back. These aren't his flex positions, so the lineup's not blowing me away. His bench is Rashad White, running back for Tampa Bay, and Maheem Mostert, running back for Miami, and Juju Smith for New England. Then he's got Jason Sanders as a kicker and Miami defense. Not blowing me away, honestly, but I'm sure Yahoo gave him a good grade. Yeah, Yahoo gave him an A-. What a joke. What a joke. All right, 2020 RC. Let's see, buddy. Let's see what you got here. So quarterback looks like Deshaun Watson. Good quarterback. Hopefully he has a breakout year. I'm pretty sure he got hurt last year. Cleveland quarterback, tough division, and I'm sure he's got some weapons out there. So I'm sure he's going to have a good year. He's definitely going to pass over 1,100 yards for sure. So then he's got Devontae Adams, Vegas. He's going to kill. He had over 1,500 yards. I mean, that's WR1 by a mile. Great pick right there. Then Debo's a huge, 2 great wide receivers. Devontae Adams and Deebo Samuel, 2 great wide receivers. It's going to kill for him this year. Those wide receivers are going to put him up there because of those 2 wide receivers. Saquon Barkley at his running back, solid. That's the RB1. He had an off year a couple years ago. Last year he had a killer year, 1,300 yards last year. So, good running back there. Joe Mixon, Cincinnati, another good one. I'm sure that's a, committee there also. So, Mixon's, one you have to watch. Make sure he's going to get the touches. Good RB2. And Okinawa, I don't even know how to say his name, but he's the Tennessee tight end. Not going to comment. I don't know. He's a tight end. 450 yards last year. We'll see. Pacheco, running back for Kansas City. His breakout last year. Do it again. He could have another big year. He had over, total over almost 1,000 yards for rushing and receiving. He could do it again. He could do it again for sure. David Montgomery in his last flex position there. Good one. Another good running back. He had good solid picks for where he drafted. I think he did pretty good. And then his bench, he's got George Pickens, wide receiver for Pitt. Ezekiel. Not sold on Ezekiel this year on New England at all. I think he's washed up. I think he's old. Probably going to get hurt. And then you got Michael Thomas, New Orleans. A lot of people were about him. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it for Michael Thomas. He's old. Another old guy. And then you got Boswell, kicker, great kicker. And then Cincinnati defense, another good defense. So, RC, I think you got a good, solid team. Solid 5th, 6th place team. Let's go. I'm trying to go through this a little faster because it's getting long. I'm going to pause and make sure this thing is still recording. I have a feeling it's not. It might be. Oh, well. I'm just going to keep going. Screw it. Fuck it. Let's see. Blake, ballin' awesome. Here we go. Blockade. Jalen Hurts. That's a good one. He's going to run. He's going to throw touchdowns. He had over 3,700 yards last year passing. Over 700 yards rushing. He had 13 rushing touchdowns and 22 passing touchdowns. Hurts is huge. I think it's a great quarterback. probably one that I would have looked at if I couldn't have got Burrow or Mahomes or someone like that. But yeah, good pick there. And then Justin Jefferson, I believe Blake was second or third in line there, so he got Justin Jefferson. Everybody was thinking of him coming off first, so solid. He's going to put up. He had 1,800 yards last year, and he could very well easily do that again, if not more. Olave, wide receiver, New Orleans, another good one. Put up over 1,000 yards. Cam Akers, RB1 there in Rams, another good one. Rams suck, but Akers always getting the touches. Damian Pierce, Houston running back, put almost 1,000 rushing yards last year. Another guy that is going to get the ball. They're going to feed him. So the feeds are there. So he could definitely put up another 1,000-yard season. Njoku for tight end. Then DeAndre Hopkins in Tennessee now. So in Tennessee, we'll see. We'll see what happens there, and see if he put up some better stats and more than 700 yards last year. Samaje Perine, running back, the running back for Denver. I don't know. I don't remember, but I think he's the RB1 now. So yeah, if he is, he's gonna get the feeds. Tough division again with Chargers and Raiders, but they'll feed him. They'll feed him there. Then on his bench, Deontay Johnson, wide receiver. Then he's got Jordan Addison, was a wide receiver, rookie wide receiver for Minnesota, and Zach Cabernet, running back, rookie running back for Seattle. I think he did some research. He kind of looked at the rookies kind of like I did. So good looking out there, Blake. I like it. I like those last two rookies. And then also his kicker, McPherson, Cincinnati, and Philadelphia defense. Good defense. So solid team. Solid team. You'll be in the finals for sure. All right, let's get back through this a little more. All right, Brandana, bitch slapping all you motherfuckers. Let's see, C+. All right, so average, you're saying average. Justin Fields, Chicago, another guy wasn't big on, but shit, he put over 2,200 passing yards and over 1,100 rushing yards. Freaking huge. The guy, he's going to do it with his feet. If he doesn't do it with his arm, he's going to do it with his feet. So, yeah, solid quarterback. Can't go wrong. Stephon Diggs, 1,400 yards last year, plus 100 receiving yard or rushing yards. Sorry. So yeah, Stephon Diggs, good one, good pick. Jalen Waddle. Waddle's always huge. Two good wide receivers right there, B. Both, kind of in their prime right now. I think, I guess Stephon's probably getting a little older. But Waddle and Stephon, good picks. Josh Jacobs, running back, solid, great one. You guys know he's going to put up numbers. He had over 1,600 yards, over 2,000 overall yards with his 400 receiving yards too. So Josh Jacobs, huge running back. That was an awesome pick. Kenneth Waller, third. Another solid running back, dude. I'm really liking this team. It's a really stout team so far. Goddard as his tight end, solid tight end. He's gonna get his touches. He had over 700 yards last year, so he's gonna get you some points during the not Kelsey points, but he's gonna get you some points during the game every week. Christian Watson, wide receiver for Green Bay. Mediocre. I think he's the WR2 there. Could be the WR1. But he put up 600 yards last year. 7 touchdowns. Looks like he's kind of an end zone threat, short yard guy in the end zone. Then he's got Penny, Philadelphia. So, there's another committee, like I was saying. So, good flex there. Got to watch out. He could end up being the RB1. So, we'll see. Then he's got Brandon Cooks as his bench. Elijah Moore, wide receiver, on his bench. And Deonta Foreman, Chicago running back, had over 900 yards. So, a good, solid bench there. Then he's got Jason Myers, Seattle kicker, and New York Jets defense. Good. He'll be there. He'll be there in the finals. Cracker. Bullies. What do we got? Bullies. A+, the highest grade that fucking Yahoo gave. It better be good. I don't know if I've even looked at this yet. It better be fucking good. Trevor Lawrence. Surprised about that. I don't know how she didn't get Herbert, but someone must have picked it in front of her. Trevor Lawrence. Not my guy. To be honest, not my guy. Can't fucking stand the hair. But, he put over 4,000 yards. Put up over 4,000 yards last year and 25 touchdowns. He's the real deal for sure. He's the real deal. Jacksonville is solid wide receiving corp. He's got guys to throw it to. If he could get the protection again this year, he is going to have another solid year. Tyreek Hill, huge, Miami. We all know him. You know his speed. You know his hands. He's 1,700 yards last year. He's gonna put up the yards. He's gonna make the catches. He's gonna give you lots of points. DK Metcalf, another old guy, had over 1,000 yards last year. 141 targets compared to Tyreek Hill's 170. So Metcalf gets the targets. If he could stay healthy this year and gets that many targets, he's going to have another killer year for sure if he can stay healthy. Derrick Henry, we know him. We know that's a huge pick. I'm sure she picked him first round. Over 1,500 yards last year plus 400 yard receiving. He's a workhorse. He's a stud. He's big guy. He's going to get you those touchdowns. He's going to get you those yards. Fucking stud. Then you got Ramondre Stevenson, the running back there in New England. Over 1,000 yards last year. Another committee backfield. So probably not going to get as many touches this year. But who knows? He could become the RB1 there or the RB2 and not get as many touches. But kind of a flyer on that one. I wasn't touching any New England players. Wasn't too hip on any of those New England players. Darren Waller, tight end. Another one that's just tight end. He's put over 388 yards last year. Tough. Tight ends are tough to come by, but she's got one, so it'll work. Mike Evans, Mike Evans over 1,100 yards. Not feeling Mike Evans, but he's always solid, and he's gonna put over 1,000 yards. So good flex, wide receiver there. OBJ. I don't know about OBJ. That's old. That was another flyer pick. I don't know. We'll see about OBJ. That's all I could say. Then her bench, you got Damian Harris, the running back for Buffalo. Kamara, another running back for New Orleans, and Jimmy G, backup quarterback. I like Jimmy G on Raiders this year. I don't know about y'all, but I think he looks comfortable there. I think he fits in. He's got a great receiving coop. Not that I'm a Jimmy G lover, but I think he has a solid team, and I think Raiders are going to do pretty good behind him. Then she got Justin Tucker, Mr. Accurate, always, and he'll put up points every game for her also. And then San Francisco defense. All right, good solid team. I don't know about an A+, but solid team will be there in the finals also. Let's go. So now we got Pops, Dr. Jiggles, Mr. Jiggles with the D grade. He went with Mahomes first, so he got Mahomes. He was stoked to get Mahomes. I think that was the second round pick, if I remember right. But he was amped. He kind of was eyeing Mahomes. He was amped to get him. And Mahomes is solid. You know, he's going to be the top 3 quarterback every year overall. So, yeah, I mean, put over 5,000 yards last year. So that's 41 touchdowns. It's, you know, Mahomes is Mahomes, dude. You know, one of the best that's ever done it. Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, good wide receiver. He's gonna kill this year. Yeah, great pick there as wide receiver. Ayuk, WR1 there in San Francisco, killer, great pick, over 1,000 yards again last year, and 8 touchdowns. His targets weren't up there a lot. He had 114 targets last year, so hopefully he gets a little more targets this year. We'll see. And then he's got Etienne Jr., great running back there. If he can stay healthy, I don't know. We'll see. I think that rookie's going to take his job. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. And then Brian Robinson, the running back for Washington. I don't know. That's the RB2 there or something. He only had 797 yards. So hopefully he has a breakout year and puts it up. TJ Hawkinson, solid tight end there. Almost 1,000 yards last year. 6 touchdowns. That's, you know, I think that's up there with the second best tight end you could get, third best, top 3, you know. Quentin Johnston, that Charger rookie wide receiver, he is a stud. I know you guys watched the games. I know you guys know about him. Pops picked him right before me, unfortunately. I know he was kind of on James's list. I'm sure he was on Damon's list. Pops ended up with him, and I'm sure he's going to be playing him a lot this year. You know, especially because, you know, Keenan Allen's going to go down. So I think Quentin Johnston, I think that's a great pick, and getting them so late in the rounds, I think that was awesome. And then Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver. I think that might be a rookie for Seattle. Don't know much about him, so we'll see. Anthony Richardson, the backup quarterback, or that's his backup quarterback, the quarterback for Indy. Another rookie, but they named him the starting quarterback for Indy. We'll see what he's got. And then Kadarius Toney, wide receiver over there, Kansas City, another flyer pick. Didn't do much last year, and you never know with Mahomes back there. And then wide receiver Zay Flowers for Baltimore. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Jake Moody for the kicker from San Francisco, and Dallas defense, good defense, and yeah, good solid team. Another, I'm saying definitely better than a D. I think with Mahomes, I think he's going to be there in the finals also. Let's go. I shouldn't say finals on all these. I guess I should say playoffs instead of finals. I should say playoffs. So every time I've said finals, I meant playoffs. Let's go with Palombos. Wanker lump. Wank. The Palombos, dude. D's nuts. With a B draft grade. What the hell, dude? It better be good. Lamar Jackson. I know he texted me and said that was kind of a flyer pick. He wasn't really excited about getting him, but that's who he got. And you know Lamar Jackson's going to put up if he can stay healthy, doesn't hurt his knee, you know he's going to put up the yards. He's going to, rush in touchdowns. He had over 2,200 yards last year, over 700 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. He's a solid quarterback. He's a solid quarterback on Baltimore. And Baltimore's got a good front line. If they could protect him, he'll be all right. A.J. Brown, wide receiver, Philly, great pick. He's gonna put up the yards. Again, he had almost 1,500 yards last year. Lots of targets, over 145 targets, and he's gonna get them again this year. Keenan Allen, hopefully he stays healthy. That's all I can say about that. Nick Chubb, Cleveland. You guys all got Chubbies for Chubb, so 1,500 yards last year, and he looks like he over 239 receiving yards. So, Chubb is there, and, again, it's a committee. Chubb is a stud. He's going to get those goal line carries. Breece Hall, running back for Jets. I think That's a tough one. I liked him until what's his name went over there from Minnesota. Now it's in committee, so we'll see what happens there. Pat Freemuth, good tight end. I like him a lot. I thought he was a top 5. He had over 700 yards last year. I think that's a good tight end, good solid tight end. Christian Kirk, wide receiver in his flex spot. Another one. That's a great pick there. I mean, I don't know how he ended up with them. I wonder what draft number he got that in. And how late in the rounds. That's a good pick. Over 1,100 yards last year. And then he's got Jahan Dotson, wide receiver for Washington. I think that's kind of a flyer pick for him. Marquise Brown on his bench, wide receiver. Downtown Brown, 700 yards last year. He's got the talent. He's got the talent. If he could get the passes to him and he get that volume, he's got the talent. And then on his bench, he's got Tua, good backup. He may be playing him. I don't know. Lamar Jackson, if he gets hurt, he's got Tua to back him up. So that's good. And then Algier, good running back. So that could definitely be in his flex, no problem there. Then his kicker is Harrison Butker for Kansas City, solid, and then Chargers defense. So looking good. You'll definitely be in the playoffs too. I guess I'm saying everybody's in the playoffs, but we'll see. Let's go to Norson. Let's go with Eric Parker. Let's see, Norson. I didn't even check yours out, too. D-. D-, dude. So that means you'll be up there. You'll probably be in the finals this year because fucking Yahoo's stupid. Jared Goff. The old man Jared Goff. What are you going to say? Top 10, I guess? Top 10. He put over 4,400 yards last year. He could do it again this year. I don't think he will, but he could. Then he's got Garrett Wilson, wide receiver for Jets. Solid. Always going to put up, he's going to get the targets. He's going to get yards. Solid. Devonta Smith, wide receiver for Philly. Another, I think he's the WR1 there. So another good wide receiver there. Eckler, you guys all know Eckler. You know he's going to get fed. You know he's going to run hard. You know he's going to get the touchdowns. If he can stay healthy, I think he's going to have another awesome year. Then he's got Alexander Madison for Minnesota. I think he ends up being the WR1 now there. I mean, the RB1, sorry. The RB1. So that could be huge for you right there. Kyle Pitts, good tight end, solid tight end. Another guy that's going to give you a couple points every game. Jerry Jeudy for Denver. If Wilson get his shit together and get the ball to somebody, that's a good flex there. And then Antonio Gibson for a running back flex there. I guess it depends. I don't know where that is in the depth chart. I don't know where Gibson is. I think he's a W or a RB1. So he's got Aaron Rodgers on the bench. Kind of stashed that guy. Kept him for other people getting him. Who knows? Rodgers may go where Goff is. Who knows? I'm sure he's going to be fighting that a lot this year, back and forth with those two. And he's got McKinnon for running back on the bench, and then he's got Jacoby and Myers, wide receiver. So, again, Carr could feed him. So Myers got good hands. That could be trouble right there. You got Tyler Bass, first kicker, and New England defense. Solid. Good team. And last but not least, Jason Herb Stomp changed his name this year. Is he one of those guys that changes his team name every year? That's going to trip me out. He must have got Justin Herbert. He did. Guess it fits the name perfectly. Again, co-championship. He got A+ draft grade. Wow. I'm not even looking at it, but it better be damn good. We'll see. Another guy that's got his target. Newcomer comes in and wins the co-championship. I forget if this is your first season or second season. I forget. But this is your third season. I mean, last season was your first. I think this is your third season, if I remember right. Anyways, Justin Herbert, he's gonna be a top 1, 2, 3 in yards. He's a stud, dude. I mean, he is just big dude, throws like no other, accurate as hell, takes hits and keeps going. Great quarterback. Gabe Davis, wide receiver. That's a good wide receiver there. I think he is the WR1 there in Buffalo also. Chris Godwin, Tampa Bay. Again, maybe 4 years ago. I mean, he put over 1,000 yards last year. So I guess he still got it. He got the hands. He's always got the hands. If they get him the ball and put it up there and feed him, a lot of targets, last year he had 142 targets, 1,000 yards, 1,023 yards. So do it again, I guess. Jonathan Taylor, he's on the pup. I think he'll come off of it. And a lot of people liked him. A lot of people didn't like him this year. So that's another, it's an iffy pick. He's a stud when he does play. And he can put up the yards. And he might again. I don't know. I haven't read his notes. I don't know what his injury is. Let's see what it says. There's a lot. Still working his way back to full strength. But he might not be on the field for week 1, it says. So that's a tough pick, but you got to keep him. You got to stash him just in case. Javonte Williams for another running back, Denver. With Wilson there, probably feed the ball a lot. So Javonte Williams. Kelsey, he pulled that off. He got Kelsey. So he got Herbert and Kelsey. That's probably his back-to-back picks there. And that's why a lot of his other guys are kind of mediocre. Good pick. He's going to get you, over 1,300 yards for a tight end and 12 touchdowns. Huge, dude. Huge. Mark Andrews. So he got another tight end. He's got him in the flex position. I'm sure he'll take him out, but he kept, another top 5 tight end there, keeping it away from people. Must be some strategy there. I don't know. A.J. Dillon for his last flex. A.J. Dillon, running back, Green Bay, could get more carries this year. I think more carries than last year. He only had attempts. What did he have last year as far as 129 attempts? If he could get over 150 attempts, he could. Or no, he had 186 attempts for 770 yards. So 200, he could. He's got to break out this year, I think. Then Khalil Herbert, another Herbert, running back, Chicago. I like it. I like that pick. I like that on the bench. And then Rashid Shaheed, wide receiver. Another good stash on the bench. Might be up and coming and take that on. Then he's got Stafford as his backup quarterback. And Young Ho Koo for his kicker and Kansas City defense. So anyways, I went through that a little fast. It's probably pretty long. I don't know if this even fucking recorded. I was hoping to get James in on this and it would be a little more funny, but I bet it would be a lot longer. I don't know how long I've been recording for. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully next one, beginning of the season, maybe I'll do another one with James this year. We'll kind of pull shit back and forth and make it a little more funny. But excited for this year. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you did, and I'll keep doing them if I have time. Hopefully it sounds okay, and can't wait for the season, dude. I can't wait to take that trophy home and watch all you bitches cry. All right, peace.